Alright everybody, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today I'm showing you another game with my Sygg River Cutthroat deck. To see the complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com and look up my article series there, Conqueror and Commander, and you'll see the Sygg deck list. I had a subscriber ask me for games where I've lost to be recorded. And there's two main reasons why I don't show a whole lot of games where I've lost. I know I've showed at least one Rakdos game or something like that. But replays are only captured on MTGO if you're first or second. So if you get knocked out early, either due to mana screw or like just people pounding on you, the replay doesn't save. And then on top of that, there's a lot of bugs with the replays. Like you'll be going through and like halfway through the game, you'll be like, okay, and then all of a sudden the game will bug out and you'll lose it. And I don't want to take recordings of those. But this is one game that was recorded where I did not win. And it's mainly because the game ends in a whimper. And you'll see. But because somebody asked, I'm trying to do what I can. So anyways, I've got 4 lands and a mana rock. So this is a keep plus Jace, an Oblivion Stone. Ulasht is usually, tokens. Animar is a lot of creatures. He's got pro black, which is a pain in the butt. And then Sigarda typically is like green white good stuff, but it can also be some sort of Voltron deck depending. So I believe Sigarda goes first, and she does. I draw a fetch land. I play Creeping Tar Pit. Oh yeah, I do make a mistake early on in this game in that I forget to play Sygg. Usually Sygg is a pretty easy turn 2 play, and I just completely forgot. Didn't even think about it. This was probably like my first or second game with the deck. Oh yeah, so Sigarda plays Beast Within on Ulasht's green mana source. And it's interesting, I've been noticing a few more plays like this recently by people where they try and color screw people early on with targeted land destruction. So I'm not sure what the point of that kind of stuff is, but anyway, Animar is a little mana screwed. Sigarda comes out on turn 3 due to Soul Ring, so Sigarda is going to be a house here and just wreck shop on people. Ulasht is not mana screwed. He's just a little behind now. Animar is color screwed, but he did get a mountain. And the Soul Ring gets Ancient Grudged by Ulasht. Sigarda plays Gideon's Avenger, and this is a card that I've always looked at and considered, but it never really makes any of my it never makes it into my decks because it's so situational. Like if you face a token deck, this guy's going to get huge, but if there's only one other creature out there, it's going to take him a little while. Incrementally, he does get bigger over time, but is it worth it? I don't know. Anyways, but props for Sigarda for playing this. Sigarda attacks Ulasht. I'm wondering if there's a history there. I'm not sure. I do draw Sever the Bloodline. I finally remember to play Sygg. I've got Phyrexian Reclamation, which isn't going to do much, and Mana Crypt still hasn't really helped me. Animar got some mana help there and is ramping a little bit. Sigarda comes after me because Sygg is out there and she probably just doesn't want me drawing the card. I play Trinket Mage for Soul Ring, and I animate my Creeping Tar Pit. And so what I do is I target Animar because to me Animar is the most explosive commander out here, and I'm trying to sort of like push Sigarda in a different direction. So I didn't want to show that, hey, I'm retaliating, you attacked me, I attacked you. So I'm hoping that she attacks somebody else. Ulasht is still kind of stuck. Animar is no longer mana screwed. Plays Urban Evolution with another land. And nothing else. Well, Sigarda didn't fall for my bait and attacks me again. So I'm down to 28 with 10 commander damage from Sigarda. I'm tired of this, so I've got enough mana with my Mana Crypt and Soul Ring to go ahead and cast Oblivion Stone. I attacked Animar again to show that once again I think Animar is more explosive. And I have Ob Nixilis, who can come out and be big, because being big is good. But I'm going to Oblivion Stone first. This is an interesting play. The Sigarda player, in response to my Oblivion Stone, plays Fracturing Gust. So she's going to gain some life. But I don't know. I probably would have waited until there was more interesting stuff out there to blow up. And I play Phyrexian Reclamation because Trinket Mage is in my graveyard now. Ulasht signals the clans for Oracle of Muldiah, Krenko, Dragonlair Spider, who's a pretty decent, Verdant Force variant, and Oracle of Muldiah, and he ends up getting the Oracle in his hand. First he plays... what was that? Dragon Fodder. Goofy Alara card. Animar is playing more stuff and plays more lands. Simic Manipulator. I don't think the Manipulator is much of a factor in this game. It's a goofy card. I don't think I've seen it played in any other game yet. Sigarda comes back out to play. So I play the Guildmate, or Obnixilis. I Bojuka Bog somebody. I don't remember who. Oh, Ulasht. Because he's got Ancient Grudge in his graveyard. Oracle of Muldiah comes out. There's Stellanite Hermit on the top of Ulasht's library. I'll stick that over here. Animar finally comes out to join the battlefield. Sakura Tribe Elder. Wood Elves. The ramp, the ramp, the ramp. Here comes Sigarda playing Avacyn. Normally, Avacyn would make me crap my pants. There's a couple different ways to deal with her. Duplicant type spells, Phyrexian and Gesture, that kind of thing. But I am holding Sever the Bloodline right now. So I'm not worried about Avacyn. And she attacks the Animar player finally. So first I play Jace, then I give each person a card. Again, typically my first activation of Jace is to have each player draw a card, just so that he's big enough to survive an attack. And then I'm going to go ahead and sever the Bloodline and get rid of Avacyn. And then I play a fetch land, and I crack that fetch land, and Obnixilis gets big. So he's 12-12, and this is where I go after Sigarda, mainly because Animar is there and has pro-black, and Sigarda's open. So Sigarda drops from like 44 to 26 in this turn. Next turn I can play Duskmantle Seer and hopefully draw some more stuff, and hopefully I can keep... Jace is out there just to soak up damage. It'd be nice if nobody attacked him, but I doubt he's going to survive the turn. Ulasht plays Boundless Realms, so he's no longer behind in mana either. Let's get rid of all the lands. He's got Champion of Lambhold on the top of his library. I love this champion. She's awesome. She just makes things unblockable. Animar has 5 cards in hand, so he plays Beguiler of Wills. I'm like, okay, Obnixilis doesn't have a problem. Bribery targeting Ulasht gets Dragon Broodmother. So all of a sudden he's going to start having a lot of creatures soon. Mossbridge Troll comes out. Now, my issue with Mossbridge Troll is that he automatically regenerates. That's real frustrating. Looking back, because I've got Sever the Bloodline in my graveyard still, I should have gotten rid of the Broodmother, but instead I used the mana to get rid of the Troll. And I make Obnixilis bigger, and I draw a card with Jace. And then I get rid of the troll. And then I play the spell bomb. And then I attack Sigarda, and she takes the damage and goes down to 11. So suddenly, Beguiler of Wills can steal just about anything in play, except for Sigarda because we're hexproof. Empty the Warrens from Ulasht. That's awesome. So obviously he has like a goblin theme going on. He doesn't attack anybody. Beguiler of Wills, and then Magus of the Future has a Sylvop replica. And then he plays Brutalizer Exarch to search up a creature. And then he attacks Jace. So Myojin of Seeing Winds is going to get him back, get his land or his hand pretty full. And then on top of that, pretty soon he's going to have enough creatures to steal Obnixilis with the Beguiler. The Myojin is on top of his library. And it'd be cool if I was able to play Duskmantle Seer and then have him get hurt by the Myojin. But that doesn't work like that because the damage occurs during my turn. Sigarda plays Overwhelming Stampede to double the size of Sigarda, and instead of attacking the big threat that's out here right now, she attacks me. I mean, I don't know what the point was, but that's what she does. So I go down to 14, and I was 1 point away from being commander damaged by Sigarda. And I go ahead and spellbomb Animar, just so I can draw a card. Sigarda had played Ground Seal, so I cannot get anything from my graveyard with my Phyrexian Reclamation. And I drew Phantasmal Image. And then I get Damnation. So I first play a land. I guess I could have just attacked Sigarda first to knock her out, and then tried to play a land to deal some damage to Animar. I have a feeling Animar would have let me do that, but instead I play the land first, and then she moves in to steal Obnixilis with, he moves in to steal Obnixilis with Beguiler of Wills, because he's got 15 critters out there now. It doesn't matter. I decided to go ahead. I drew Damnation, which was a pretty timely draw right there. And I blow up the world. Oh yeah, and he blows up. This is why I'm saying the game kind of like ended in a sputter. Right at that point, both the Sigarda player and the Ulasht player conceded. So I don't really like showing games where like 2 people concede, especially at the same time. But this is what we got. So Animar's at 20, I'm at 14, and he's about to draw Myojin of Seeing Winds. But I get another draw off of Sygg. This is another kind of play mistake. I should have played Sygg more often, but I didn't. So, and I draw another land. That's not very helpful. So Animar goes ahead and plays the Myojin and waits. Oh, and Animar. Alright, so I draw Demonic Tutor. My plan here is to play Phantasmal Image and either Legend Rule the Myojin or force him to pop it, and then I'll Demonic Tutor for Time Spiral so that I can then Time Spiral and we all end on even footing. And that's exactly how things turn out. I tutor for Time Spiral first. Then I play Phantasmal Image. He pops the Myojin, draws a bunch of cards. He's up to 18 cards in hand. And then when he did that, I used the Phantasmal Image to get rid of Animar. because the Myojin doesn't really scare me or anything right now. The cards I drew weren't that great. I do have Sword of Light and Shadow, but again, that doesn't help me here. I have Okiba Gang Shinobi, so I can kind of like dig into his hand a little bit. And I have Mask of Riddles and Soul Ring. Mask of Riddles will help me draw, but I want to hurt his hand more than I want to draw at this point. So what I do is I put the mask on Sygg, and I attack, and I ninja out the gang. And I make him discard 2 cards. It doesn't matter because he ends up playing Kessig Wolf Run, and that's game. Because he's got enough mana with the Myojin to kill me. So there we go. I lost. Who knows if it would have been different if one or either of these other 2 guys stuck around. I mean, it's entirely possible Sigarda would have attacked me just to knock me out anyways. I don't know. But that's a game where I lost. Things I would have done differently in this game, I would have played Sygg more often so that I could have tried to draw a little more. And I probably would have knocked Sigarda out before playing that land with to trigger Ob Nixilis. And then, geez, I don't know what else I would have done differently. Oh well, there we go. Somebody asked for it, I gave.